Have you ever woken up in the dead of night between 3 o'clock AM and 5 o'clock AM with no alarm, no reason, just awake? Some say it's restlessness, others blame stress. But what if I told you it's something far greater? This hour, this sacred window is not random. It is a calling, a divine whisper. In the silence of the night, a moment where heaven and earth feel just a little closer, you are given a choice. Go back to sleep or wake up to something greater. So if you find yourself awake at this hour, don't waste it. Do these three things. Number one, the spiritual awakening hour. Have you ever woken up in the dead of night between the hours of 3 o'clock AM and 5 o'clock AM with no reason at all? Your eyes are open, the world around you is still, and an unexplainable awareness settles in your spirit. No alarm clock jolted you from your sleep, no sudden noise disturbed your rest, and yet, there you are, lying awake in the darkness, feeling something deep, something stirring. Some dismiss it as a fluke, a restless night, or a troubled mind. Others blame stress, anxiety, or an overactive brain processing the events of the day. But what if it is more than that? What if waking up at this hour is not an accident, but an invitation? What if, in the stillness of the night, you are being called? There is something sacred about these hours. In the daytime, life moves fast. Distractions are everywhere. The noise of the world is relentless. But in the silence of the early morning, before the sun rises and the demands of the day begin, there exists a moment where heaven and earth seem closer, where time itself feels different, where the soul can finally hear what is so often drowned out. For centuries, people have recognized this hour as significant. In Scripture, it was during the night watches that men and women of faith cried out in prayer, seeking guidance, answers, and strength. It was in the solitude of these moments that prophets received visions, revelations were given, and hearts were stirred toward a greater purpose. Even now, across different cultures and traditions, this window of time is regarded as a spiritual awakening hour, a time when the supernatural is more active, the mind more open, and the soul more receptive to divine whispers. Why is it that so many awaken during this time? Could it be that something within is longing to be heard? The mind, free from the noise of the day, finally has space to reflect. The burdens carried in daylight hours become clearer. Fears, doubts, questions. Everything that has been suppressed begins to surface. In that moment in the darkness, we have a choice. Most people, when they wake up at this hour, do one of two things: fight to go back to sleep or reach for their phone, scrolling mindlessly to fill the silence. But what if instead of trying to escape this moment, you embraced it? What if this awakening is not a disturbance, but a gift? There is something about this hour that demands attention. Thoughts are the clearest and the spirit is most sensitive. It is in these moments that people suddenly remember long forgotten dreams, abandoned passions, or mistakes that need to be made right. Inspiration strikes, creative ideas emerge, and answers come out of nowhere. The mind, unhindered by the busyness of the world, begins to process what truly matters. Beyond thoughts and reflections, something even deeper is happening. The heart speaks in ways it does not during the day. There is an undeniable pull towards something greater, a sense that there is more to life than what has been seen and known. It is in these moments that people find themselves face to face with their truest selves. No distractions, no pretenses, just the raw, honest reality of their spirit. Some wake up at this hour with a sense of urgency. They feel a weight, a prompting they cannot explain. It may be a person who suddenly comes to mind, someone they haven't thought of in years, but now feel compelled to reach out to. It may be a decision they've been avoiding, one they know they must finally face. Or it may be an overwhelming sense of gratitude, a deep appreciation for life, for another chance, for the simple fact that they are still here. Others wake up with fear. They are confronted by anxieties, regrets, and burden. The worries of tomorrow seem heavier in the quiet of the night. Failures of yesterday feel more real, and uncertainties of the future become unavoidable. Yet in this moment, there is an opportunity, a chance to lay it all down, surrender the weight, and trade fear for faith, doubt for hope, turmoil for peace. This hour is not just about being awake physically. It is about being awake spiritually. It is a reminder that life is more than routine, schedules, or the endless chase for success. It is a reminder that there is something deeper at work, something unseen yet undeniable. Some call it intuition, others call it divine guidance. Whatever name it bears, the truth remains the same. This is not a meaningless moment. Across history, some of the greatest revelations, powerful insights, and most transformative moments have come in the stillness of the early morning hours. It is in this space that people have found direction when they were lost, fought battles not with weapons but with prayer and surrender, and risen to walk new paths. Lives have been changed in this sacred silence. So, when you wake up in the early hours, do not dismiss it. Do not ignore the call. Be still, listen, and search your heart. You may find that this moment, this hour, is not a coincidence. It is an awakening. Number 2, aligning with purpose. Purpose is not something we stumble upon by accident. It is not something handed to us wrapped in a neat box waiting for us to open it. Purpose is something we grow into, something we discover through trial, struggle, clarity, and seasons of doubt. Deep inside every person, there is a seed of purpose, a calling, a reason for being, a path meant to be walked. Some recognize it early in life, others spend years or even decades searching. Some embrace it without hesitation, while others resist, afraid of what it might demand. But one truth remains: there is no fulfillment or true peace until we align ourselves with the purpose for which we were created. In a world that constantly pulls us in different directions, expectations, obligations, distractions, each force tries to shape our decisions and dictate our course. From a young age, we're told what success looks like, what paths to follow, which dreams are acceptable. Many walk through life not in alignment with their true purpose, but in alignment with others' expectations. They take jobs they don't love, live unfulfilling lives, pursue things that leave them empty, climbing ladders against the wrong walls. Yet even amidst this noise, there is a quiet voice, a whisper in moments of solitude that speaks of something more. It's the voice that nudges us toward our true calling. When we wake up at this early hour and feel that tug on our hearts, we are given a choice. Ignore it and continue down the path of least resistance, or pause, listen, and seek the path we were meant to walk. Aligning with purpose is not about following a perfect pre-written script. It's about coming into agreement with the deepest truths of who we are. It involves shedding false identities, masks worn to please others, roles that do not reflect our true calling. It's about asking tough questions. Why am I here? What was I created to do? What stirs my soul in a way nothing else does? Most avoid these questions because they're afraid of the answers. They're afraid of what purpose might require: growth, change, courage. The moment we step into our purpose, we will face resistance, doubts from within, opposition from outside. People may not understand or might even discourage us. But purpose is not about pleasing others. It's about fulfilling a divine calling. Some have known their purpose for years but buried it beneath fear, excuses, or a belief that they're not qualified, good enough, or ready. But the truth is, purpose is not about being ready. It's about being willing. It's about taking one step after another, even when the path is uncertain. Trust that what has been placed inside us is there for a reason, that our gifts are meant to be used and our dreams planted in us for divine purpose. Purpose isn't always about grand gestures or world-changing missions. Sometimes it's found in small acts, quiet moments, how we show up for others, the love we give, the lives we touch. It's about alignment, not just with what we do, but with who we are, how we live, what we stand for. It's about harmony with a deeper calling within us. When we align with our purpose, life takes on new meaning. The struggles no longer seem meaningless. The pain we endure begins to make sense. Obstacles become lessons, setbacks become stepping stones, and failures turn into opportunities for growth. Purpose does not erase hardship, it gives it meaning. To align with our purpose, we must be willing to let go of everything that's not in harmony. We need to release fears holding us back, voices telling us we can't, the need for approval, validation, or certainty. Because purpose doesn't come with a roadmap, it comes with faith. It requires trusting that if we take one step in the right direction, the next step will reveal itself. Purpose is about who we become, about waking up each day with a sense of direction, a fire inside that cannot be extinguished. It's about walking confidently, knowing our existence is intentional, that our lives matter. So when that voice calls, when the stirring in your soul refuses to be ignored, listen, because purpose is waiting. Alignment is possible, and the life you are meant to live is closer than you think. Number 3, action steps for transformation. Transformation is a word that carries great weight, signifying change on a deep personal level, a metamorphosis that goes beyond surface improvements. It's about growth, rebirth, and becoming the person we were always meant to be. Transformation is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not something that happens by accident. It requires deliberate action, a series of steps that move us from where we are to where we're meant to be. The truth is, change is never easy. It demands sacrifice, discipline, and courage. The willingness to step away from comfort and familiarity into the unknown. Despite challenges, transformation is possible for anyone willing to take the first step. The key lies in understanding that action is required. We can think about change, dream about it, wish for it, but nothing will happen unless we act. The first step in transformation is the decision to change. Change doesn't occur on its own. It begins when you decide that where you are no longer serves you. It starts with recognizing that something must give. Whether it's your mindset, habits, relationships, career, or health. This decision often comes after a wake-up call, a painful experience, a failure, or a moment that shakes us to our core. For others, it's a gradual realization, becoming increasingly dissatisfied with current circumstances. Either way, the decision to change is the starting point. It's the moment you acknowledge you deserve more, are capable of more, and are ready to step into your potential. Once the decision is made, the next step is taking responsibility. It's easy to blame circumstances or others when things go wrong, but true transformation requires owning your life, acknowledging that your choices, actions, and mindset have brought you here. Taking responsibility is empowering. It unlocks your potential to grow. It means that regardless of how difficult the situation, you recognize that you have the power to change it. When you stop blaming and start owning your story, you become the creator of your future. Transformation also requires clarity of vision. Without a clear idea where you want to go, it's easy to get lost. A vision acts as a compass, guiding you through challenges and trials. It's more than just a goal. It's a picture of your future self, the person you aspire to become. This person has conquered fears, overcome obstacles, achieved what once seemed impossible. Having this vision motivates you and provides the strength to persevere through doubts. With a vision in place, you need a plan. Transformation doesn't happen overnight or by wishful thinking. It requires a detailed step-by-step plan that takes you from your current state to your desired outcome. A good plan includes actionable steps, breaks big goals into manageable tasks, and considers every aspect of your life that needs change. Whether it's health, career, or relationships, your plan should guide you steadily toward